Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Let's get started stretching. We're going to begin sitting on the floor with our legs extended in front of us. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale as you hinge at your hips, reaching towards your toes. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds. Keep your back straight and if possible, grab onto your feet or shins. If you're not there yet, that's totally fine. Feel the gentle stretch in your hamstrings and lower back. Relax and breathe deeply into the stretch. If you need, you can always bend your knees slightly and then just progress gradually to straighten them. I love doing a little toe stretch while I'm here as well, but that's totally optional. Amazing work, guys. Now engaging our core muscles as we slowly and mindfully begin to roll up through the spine and come to a seated position with our knees underneath us. Now we are going to lift our arms to the sky and do some arm circles. We are going to do this for 15 seconds. Make sure that you are engaging your core and maintaining a relaxed posture. Amazing work, guys. Now that the 15 seconds is up, let's reverse those arm circles and go in the opposite direction. This is really beneficial both for your shoulder flexibility and mobility. Now we're going to lift our arm overhead and bend the elbow, bringing the hand down to the upper back. Use the opposite hand to gently press the elbow to get a deeper stretch. We are going to stay here for 30 seconds, guys. Keep the spine straight and the shoulders relaxed. Ensure that the bent arm is positioned close to the center of your upper back. Amazing work, guys. You are doing so well. Now let's swap the hand and do the exact same thing on the other side for 30 more seconds. It's important that you feel a stretch, but make sure that you stay within a range that is comfortable for you and you should never feel any pain. Perfect, great work. Okay, let's move on to the next stretch. So we're going to lift our arm to shoulder height and extend it across our chest, keeping it parallel to the ground. Use the opposite hand to gently pull your arm closer to your chest. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds. Don't forget to breathe deeply and relax into the stretch. Make sure that you are maintaining an upright posture and keeping the shoulders down. Make sure that the stretching arm is straight, but without locking the elbow. Perfect. You can release that arm and we're going to repeat the stretch on the opposite side. 30 more seconds, guys. Let's go. Okay guys, now we're going to do our cat-cow stretch for 30 seconds. We start in a tabletop position and we make sure that the wrists are directly under the shoulder and knees under the hips. Amazing work, guys. Make sure that you're controlling your breathing as you work through the movement, exhaling into that cat pose and then inhaling and moving into that cow pose. The cat-cow stretch is a really good stretch because it's dynamic, which promotes spinal flexibility and relaxation. Okay, perfect, guys. Now that we've done our 30 seconds, we're going to switch it up a little bit and we're going to draw circles as we're moving through our cat-cow pose. After 15 seconds, we're going to switch directions, really feeling that stretch in the obliques. Perfect, amazing work guys. Now we are going to step into our low lunge and do some dynamic stretching. We are going to extend the leg, grab the toe and rock between the hip flexor and hamstring stretch. It's really important to keep our glutes and our core engaged while we move through this stretch. By pushing through the glutes, we can get a little bit more stretch in that hip flexor, and by pulling the toes, we can get a little bit more of a stretch in that hamstring. Okay, amazing. So after we've done our last one, we're going to just stay in that hip flexor stretch for 30 seconds. We should have warmed up the area a little bit with the previous stretch, so let's try and sink down as low as we can, really pushing our hips and using our glutes to just get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to move forward and go into that hamstring stretch. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds. With each exhale, try and get a little bit lower. Okay, great work guys. Now it's time to do the exact same thing on the other side. So we're mindfully moving between that hamstring and hip flexor stretch, whilst making sure to keep our core and glutes engaged. Okay, perfect. Now for 30 seconds, we're going to stay in our hip flexor lunge stretch. Make sure that when you're in this stretch that you maintain a neutral spine and that you avoid arching the lower back excessively. And that you're using the glute to push the hip and get a little bit more of a stretch. Perfect work guys, and then on the exhale we move into our hamstring stretch for 30 seconds. With each breath trying to get a little bit closer to the floor. Amazing work guys, and now we scoop that leg around and come to a seated position. We're going to start with our hands behind us for extra stabilization. Then with bent knees, we're going to rock our legs from side to side. If you would like a little bit more of a challenge, you can place your hands in front of you instead of on the ground. Perfect, amazing work guys, that one is a hard one. Okay, now if you came off your mat a little bit in that one, that's totally fine. We go back to our mat, lie down on our back with our knees bent and feet flat on the floor. We are going to do a glute stretch now by crossing the ankle over the knee, creating a figure 4 shape. Lift the bent leg off the ground, bringing your knee towards your chest. I like to use my hand to pull my leg in a little bit closer, but you can also thread your hands through the gap where the bend is in your knee. Amazing work guys, now 30 seconds on the other side. Let's go. Okay guys, perfect. Entering this stretch the same way that we did on the other side. So we can once again thread the hand through the opening created by the figure 4 and clasp the hands behind the thigh. Or I like to push my knee with my hand just to get a little bit more of a stretch. Keep your head and shoulders relaxed on the ground. It should feel like a comfortable and gentle stretch in your glutes. Perfect! Amazing work, guys. It was so fun stretching with you today. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day. Bye!